we are coming into Jones Bridge Park. It's considered Peachtree Corners now. To bring you a great location, several locations actually, from Ozark. Trees are looking pretty. Come on in here to the park, and we're going to get out and show you a couple of cool spots. So here's our next location. Marty Bird comes out here to make a deal with Dale from the cartel. And as you can see in the background, there is a pavilion from the show. Picnic tables have been set up a little bit differently. In the shot, you can just see the edge of the pavilion and the fireplace. And there it is. In fact, it looks like they might have been even closer in. Let's get a little closer in. Here we go. This is the shot. Here's the shot. And again, with the fireplace in the corner. And they made a deal to re-launder the dirty money. Again, we're trying to double check the camera angle here. I feel all of a sudden I'm standing here, I'm feeling like they changed the camera angle, because over Dale's head would have been where Mark's looking at, that little square. You can see it just to the right of Dale's head. And here we are. We think this is the approximate camera angle. It could have been any of these picnic tables. But this is the pavilion where Marty makes the deal with Dale. And then here's your Chattahoochee River. And right down there below me are these rocks. You can see them right below me. It's Uncle Russ and Agent Perry, and you can literally see the formations right here below me. Little curve with the big rock, and that is where they were sitting, right there. Then further out on the lake, on the river, further out on the river, you can see the little juts of some of the stones. And this is where they were fishing in the mist in Jones Bridge Park. Let's go down and get you a little closer. Here it is from the show. And then here it is. We're here at Jones Bridge Park. This is where the river scenes were filmed. You can imagine this whole area here was probably packed with crew and cameramen. The whole place. They could have filmed all these scenes the same day, I don't know. But they sure did use this area for many different things. I'm sure it was just full of crew and cameramen. And we've got some geese out there, and that's the rock where they were sitting. And along the beautiful Chattahoochee River. And then another scene here at the river was Tuck, who worked at the Blue Cat Lounge, the Blue Cat Lodge up on Lake Lanier. We're about 35 minutes from Lake Lanier, but this was filmed right here. Here he is, and there's the river. Lake Lanier is that direction, and the water flows out of Lake Lanier this way. So all your fly fishing scenes. I don't know about the scene where Ruth Langmore's father is killed, kills the FBI guy in the river. Agent Perry is killed in the river. I don't know if that was here or not. Couldn't find that location. What? Do you think it was right here somewhere with the rocks? Could have been. Hit him with the tackle box. Smashed his brains out. We got some flowers. It's spring here in Atlanta. Another quick angle of the pavilion. I said we're trying to figure out exactly where they were sitting. We've got our pictures, but it doesn't seem to want to match up. But I'm sure that they could have, like I said, at least maybe reversed the camera angle or however they did it. But this is definitely the pavilion, and they sat somewhere in this area. And then off up here in the parking lot, this is where the cartel's men count the money. And they signal that Marty's a little short, and they strike a deal here at Jones Bridge Park. On to the next place. JR's log house. This is where Wendy leaves her brother Ben, and he's got a hit out. She put out a hit for her own brother, and she walks along here and looks through the windows, sees the back of Ben's head. In front of one of these windows. 415s. These are 420s. Well, we'll go back in there one more time and I'll get a picture across the lake and tell them we thought it was that. It might look like this from the other side. See, from this angle, you wouldn't be able to see, and this could be a completely different building, or this could be on the far side. So I still think it might be that building, Mark. I think we were right all along. I think we were right all along. So we'll go try again. We will try again. 45, 30. We didn't get out and walk down towards the lake where we would look back to see if the building looked like this from the other side.
That's 30 still.
22.
Turn right, then turn left.
What?
Turn right and then turn left.
Which one?
Yeah, this is... All right, y'all. This industrial park has a bunch of lakes in it, as you can see. So it was kind of confusing to tell, but we knew this was a lake that we'd fished at, and we did some more GPS searching. Now, this apartment complex was not here back when we used to fish here. There was an old industrial building here, but we have finally found your Bird Enterprise house. And since this is just a walkway, we're going to walk up here and show you the view from across the lake from the Bird Industries.
They filled all this in.
Yep. We used to sit on the... We want to go down the steps and out there, or just do it from here?
I ain't going down those steps. That's private property.
Private property. All right, now you got to imagine, guys. There's the corner of the building. And this view. Here's the Bird Family Industries. And there's the building. All of the trees would have been thicker, of course. It's more like spring. And from across the way you can see the corner.
386.
And again, we are standing across here. And there it is. This is where Marty and Wendy set up a business to help their money laundering, and the interior shots, I believe, were filmed there as well. We are here, Technology Parkway in Norcross, matching up this view finally found it to that. All right, guys, we are 90% sure this is the right building. We're gonna go around the corner though and check one more spot. You know, they're tricky when they film these exterior shots. They kind of go here and there, but I'm pretty sure this is it.
That piece of wood there ain't the jet out spot? You
Could
thinking?
be. We are really trying to put two and two together here for you all. If this isn't the exact building, we are doggone close. We're doing our best to help you guys find these locations. And I am pretty sure that we found the right place. GPS said it. All of the locations, places said this was it. Every Google search of locations said the number of this parkway, Technology Parkway. I won't give away the number, but it all points to this building. The corners are very much similar. Try to get a little closer view. I just wanted you to see that view from across the lake. Like I said, I'm 90% sure that this is the building. And here it is again.
Lady moved too far, didn't she? Something like that gun all that.
We used to fish right here years ago. It's a good little fishing spot. And we're pretty sure that this is
That is
this
jetting outside.
building. Oh, it does jet out?
See?
Oh, it sure does. All right, we're gonna go find some more locations for you guys. Keep tagging along. Hope you're enjoying this. Talk to you in a minute. So filming's a tricky thing, you guys. They'll go one place and then go another and get a still shot for one thing. Up the hill there, that is the Bird Enterprises building. But then we've been looking for this. We drove around. Couldn't quite get the right size windows. And then we drove down here. And here's the camera shot. And here's the building. Here's the camera shot. And here's the building. Now, I think in the shot, back up a little bit. They had the tree, the angle would have been the tree, would have been blocking that one door. But here it is, this shot. It was just a quick still shot from Ozark, and we found it. It's kind of cool to find these little known spots. But super fun to find them. Hope y'all are enjoying this. Again, here's the shot on the show, and we're standing right here. This is down the hill from Bird Enterprises. But TV filming is a tricky thing. They like to fool you, and we love to get fooled and entertained. All right, we're going off to another location. Like I said, luckily, you guys, we know for sure this location. Follow us. We're going to go to the church where they had a cemetery from Ozark. All right, guys, here's the scene. Wendy, played by Laura Linney, is speaking with the senator. Charles Wilkes, played by Darren Goldstein. There's been a funeral and a suicide. They decided to start a foundation for suicide, and you can see the tree in the background and everything. And here we are. Here's your camera angle. This is where the funeral was held. Here again is the scene. And here we are. This is the church where Mark and I got married 40 years ago. Inside, and here, right over there in the parking lot, my dad tied his tie before we got married. Now, This is what the church looks like on the inside. The secretary, I spoke with her a few weeks ago and she promised to let us go in, but she is not here. The office is closed today. That is the interior of this church. Really wanted to get in, but unfortunately we can't today. But it is kind of cool that the big old tree in the background is still there. And the interior and exterior of this church is where Ozark filmed the funeral service. Now there is a cemetery over here, and we were convinced that this was the cemetery scene, but everything is saying that it is another church. So I'm going to do a quick Google search of that other church, see how far we are from there. Love this old tree. All right, we're gonna see what we can find next, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one. All right, you guys, from the show, Wendy has left with the children, and Marty had set her up some fake identities from the private investigator that he had hired when they lived in Chicago to see what she was up to. And here's the scene. They're going to meet him. He's going to give them all a change of identity where they'll go from the Birds to the Flemings. And here we are. This is the spot where they filmed that. You can see the fence and the post, just like in this shot. This area is full of these high tension lines, as you can see. And this is the section of the little black section of fence in the corner here on the right. And here it is, with the light posts and the power lines. This is also where Wendy realizes that this is the private investigator that secretly filmed her having an affair, and that's the video that Marty keeps on his laptop. Now, when it comes to filming, they're really tricky about things, and they'll come back to the same spots. So I want to back up here to where there's some more of these light posts. We're going to go back here where we parked and show you how they use this to film a whole different location. Now, when Wendy and the children came here, they had run from the Ozarks. They were in another state. This other place I'm going to show you, filmed right here as well, is where Marty goes to the farmer's market to speak with Darlene Snell. One of the ways we know this is the spot is not only did we recognize these high tension lines, these big power lines, but when we watched the show over, we noticed those gas lights, the lamps, gas street lights. And we put two and two together. Not far from here is Eagle Rock Studio, where many interior location scenes were filmed. Not all of them. Of course, inside the birdhouse, inside the church. We just said that was inside. But a lot of the interior shots, like from the Lickety Split, that was all done in the studio. Now, Marty comes here. To speak with Darlene, because she's done something crazy again. And you'll see these street lights, and I believe this is the parking lot. Let me show you the picture. Here he comes in. Here's the shot, guys. He would have been coming like up the other direction, but these are the power lines and the street lights, and this entire parking lot would have been dressed as the farmers market with the tents. They were selling honey, and this is the parking lot. From Ozark. So two different things were filmed here. First of all, behind me was the farmers market this way, and that from the show was supposed to be in the Ozarks. This location behind me was when Wendy took off with the kids and were in a whole nother state to get a new identity to become the Flemings. Filmed here and filmed here, just steps away from each other, but from your viewer's angle, they're states away from each other. Pretty cool stuff. This is Best Friend Park. Told y'all we were in our old stomping ground. You see the ball field down there? Our oldest son played ball right on that field. Used to come out here, the hours he spent hanging out. And these are the cool lines, the power lines from the show Ozark. Show you that one again. And you're here. We got you guys here. So again with the Highline wires. We're still here in Norcross. And this is the Dollar General that Marty buys some groceries, and then when he comes out, he gets a phone call telling him he's being followed. From season 3. Hey you guys, wow, what a great trip we had to the north side of Atlanta, taking you along to so many locations where Netflix filmed the show Ozark. We love that show. Don't you guys love that show? Glad you tagged along. That was part 2 of our locations series. Part 3 is coming, but we can't get part 3 done until the season of the lake comes back. Yep, because we got to get up by Lake Lanier and Lake Allatoona, and we're going to get out on a boat and wait for the season to get back in. So it's going to be June. So you've got part 2 here complete of locations. Hope you enjoyed that. We've got some other stuff from this side of Atlanta, on the north side of Atlanta, to share with you over the next few weeks. We had some of our subscribers invited us to their small town of Lula, Georgia, and we're going to go there. We had some real adventures there. That's all I can say about that. Some real adventures. Hope you enjoy that one. We've got some other little videos coming up. And don't forget, part 3 of locations will be filmed in June. So you got to wait a little while, but you can be patient because we've got some other stuff to show you between now and then. Thanks again for tagging along. And a lot of people have been asking about the book. And I do want you to know, you can just leave me a comment or send me an email at the email I'm going to show you below, and I can get you an autographed copy shipped right to you. And don't forget, click subscribe. Better do it. Thanks, guys. See you next time.